Hi all, welcome back. So in this session, we're going to have 7 talks, which will be just 10 minutes each. And each of these talks is going to describe exciting new research papers from the last year. Our first speaker is going to be Yuval Nirkin from Bar-Ilan University, and he will talk about FSGAN, subject-agnostic face swapping and reenactment. Please listen carefully because he might swap your face during the talk. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So, hello everyone. I'm going to present face swapping GAN, our work from ICCV 2019. And I'll start from the results. So in face swapping, the goal is to transfer the identity of the source face from the left video to the target subject in the right video, while preserving the target pose and expression. Our method can work on any pair of people without specific training. Therefore, we can produce real-time results on unseen subjects. In this example, we demonstrate how our method handles the hair and microphone occlusions. Finally, in this very challenging example, we demonstrate face swapping of different skin colors. Here you can see our raw face reenactment results from a single image without background removal. We transfer the pose and expression of the target face in the right column to the source face in the left column, and the results are displayed in the middle column. So given an input source and target images, we first generate a sequence of guiding face landmarks with small pose changes. We then recurrently align the source face to the target face and segment the visible parts of the faces. To overcome partial occlusions of the source face, we complete the missing parts required for filling the target face. Finally, we transfer the completed face to the target image and seamlessly blend the faces together. In the face reenactment stage, we first compute the 3D face landmarks of both the source and the target faces. We then interpolate between them to generate intermediate face landmarks P1 to Pn. In the first iteration, we choose the first face landmarks, P1, and encode it into a 70 channels heat map, a channel for each of the points in the face landmarks. The reenactment generator GR then takes the source image concatenated with the heat map as input and generates the reenactment result. In the next iteration, we replace the source image with the result from the previous iteration and encode the heat map for the next face landmarks P2. We train the networks on pairs of faces of the same person from many videos of different people. To make the network keep generating consistent outputs, even running on its own output, we enforce the results after multiple iterations to be similar to the target image with L1 loss and perceptual loss. Given a video of the source subject, we would like to utilize the entire information in the video without specific training. For that, we propose face view interpolation. Using the Line triangulation on the face poses, we construct an appearance map of the source face. To interpolate between the source face in a continuous way, we find a triangle containing the target pose and then use a reenactment generator to align the quered source views corresponding to the triangle vertices, right? And to the target's pose and expression. Then we follow it by barycentric coordinates interpolation. So here you can see a comparison between our interpolation method and the naive nearest neighbor interpolation. The most common artifact from it results from partial occlusions of the source face, because different face textures, they don't blend well together. To overcome this problem, we propose to complete the missing parts of the source face guided by the target's face segmentation mask. You can see the input of our Inpainting generator in the first row, the completion result in the middle row, and the target's faces in the bottom row. The network is trained directly on the output of the reenactment generator, from which we remove random ellipses in varied sizes. These augmentations count to simulate hair occlusions. The inpainting loss is a combination of L1 loss, perceptual loss, and a multiscale adversarial loss. The final part of the face swapping pipeline is to seamlessly blend the rendered face with the target face. For that, we came up with the following blending loss for training the blending generator. So the input IT is the target image, IRT is the transferred image, and ST is the target face segmentation. L adversarial is a multiscale adversarial loss as defined in Pix2Pix HD, and L reconstruction is a combination of L1 loss and perceptual loss. Finally, P is the Poisson optimization, where the goal is to minimize the distances between the image gradients, under the constraint that the colors on the mask borders will remain the same. Next, we compare to the popular deepfakes face swapping method. Note that deepfakes was trained on each of those pairs separately, while our method was not trained on any of those subjects. To show the flexibility of our method, we also show a comparison to the expression-only reenactment method face-to-face. So in this problem, the goal is to transfer the expression from the source face to the target face while attempting to generate realistic, unedited looking results. As you can see, face-to-face exhibits a lot of artifacts on the faces, while our method is more robust. Finally, we show the importance of each of our components with an ablation study. From columns 3 and 5, you can see that without the completion network, the transferred face won't necessarily cover the entire target face, producing obvious artifacts. And from columns 3 and 4, you can see that without the blending network, the transferred face won't look consistent with its new body. Thank you.
Any quick questions from the audience? Any question? Okay, so maybe one quick question from me. Yeah. You say in the paper that it's important to publish such methods because it will help detecting such fakes. Mm-hmm. Can you suggest any way to detect face swapping that you developed?
Well, yeah, that's a very good question. Thank you. So actually, we've been working on a CVPR submission. We just submitted it in the weekend, just on this field. And the idea is basically to all face swapping methods, they only rely on replacing this internal part of the face. So if we try to find the discrepancies between the internal part of the face and the face context, everything that is not inside, you can say the hair or the neck, ears, or anything else related to it. So we have a very strong signal to detect any method, and even generalize to unseen methods.
Thank you. Let's thank the speaker again. Our next speaker is Hila Gonen from Bar-Ilan.